welcome to the Q&A video. We're going to be doing just a few questions today that you guys have sent in. I'm Dylan from Fitness Fidelity Personal Training. This is Manu. We'll get stuck into it. We've got a few questions, so we'll just get straight into it. First one's from Ryan. Ryan asked, he just commented on a post saying, what's the best exercise to build power to dunk like Dylan? So building, the question is ultimately how do you increase your vertical leap? Not necessarily jumping onto something, but just jumping as high as possible, getting off the floor. Best exercise, I don't know if I have a best exercise for. I definitely think my number one, piece of advice would be make sure your leg muscles, so your quads, your hip flexors, your calves, are all pretty much primed to go. So that's whether you're just stretching, making sure they're healthy, foam rolling, making sure they're working at 100%. If your legs aren't working at 100%, you're probably nowhere, unless you're tall enough, you're probably nowhere near getting it. So I'd say make sure your legs are good, make sure they're stretched, make sure they're warmed up. You can't just run, try bloody dunk. You got to warm up. So yeah, and even the stretching, it's not stretching just before you're going to try it. You got to stretch all day, like a few times a day, every day, for maybe a month before your quads are good, depending on where your legs are at the first place, whether they're smashed up or anything. In terms of exercise, I think you want to be working energy systems. If you want to dunk, it's only one jump. You don't need to be able to do 100 squats in a row. You want to be able to do one heavy squat or heavy lunge. So you're just working that energy system to get power. You only want power. You don't necessarily, as well, you break down the movement. When you try dunk or you try your vertical leap, as another thing, you don't always do your full parallel squat or below parallel squat in your dunk or in your leap. You only bend your knees maybe 45 degrees, maybe a little bit further. So like when I was learning to dunk, I remember just doing little baby squats. You just do those 45-degree squats, even pushing up onto your calves just for that little bit extra. I'd say stretch, or make sure your quads are good, whether that's stretching, foam rolling, just looking after them. Heavy reps of heavy sets, 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 5 reps, 10 reps, whatever. You don't need to be doing minute sets. And then some sort of plyometric exercise. That's not necessarily box jumps, because box jumps is a completely different thing. To get a high box jump, you need to jump and pull your knees up. It's not about how high you're off your floor, it's how far you can get your feet up. A dunk's how high you can get your hands. So turning your squats into jump squats, turning your lunges into jump lunges, or just even single bounding exercises. I know it's not the best I didn't give a single answer. There's a few things. When I learned stretch, build power, and build your plyo stuff, make sure you're healthy. And the last thing is learn to hold the ball properly. If you can hold a ball properly, you don't have to jump right over the ring. You can just get your fingertips over. That's my answer. What about yours?
Definitely, obviously very similar. Another couple of exercises you could probably try. Plyometric stuff, even with, as Dylan was saying, your squats and that kind of thing, adding weight, whether it be a bar, a dumbbell, even a weight. What do you call those things? The vest, those kind of things. If you can jump higher with less amount of weight, when you are jumping without that weight, you should, in theory, be able to jump higher. Definitely not for somebody that's just starting out, though. I wouldn't be saying chuck some weight on your shoulders and then doing some jump squats if you're only just starting to train. More for an experienced lifter. But, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Next question.
This one's from Scott. Any exercises I should do to achieve a muscle up? Definitely to start off with being good at pull-ups. I think a lot of people go into that exercise expecting to be able to do them before they can do a certain amount of pull-ups, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, learning to do more powerful. Again, if you're trying to get that strength there, you can add weight to your pull-ups. If you're not able to really get that powerful movement from the bottom, with your exercises for the top half, I guess it's any real push movement, dips, something like that. But I would say break the movement down into at least 2 parts. focus on your pull-ups halfway, and then you're able to actually jump up and hang off the bar and do what would you call it? A dip off the bar, like just to finish.
Sort of bar dip,
finish off the movement. That's how I've always taught to do muscle ups. Break it down.
It's like learning to do anything.
Yeah.
Think of what it takes to achieve it, and you just do the bit, put them all together.
It's not often that you can just do muscle ups. They do take some practice. Yeah.
That's yours. Cool. Again, I dare say we both have the same answers on those questions. Work on your pull-ups to start. If you're just getting your chin above the bar and you're struggling, you're probably not ready. It's not saying don't have muscle up as a goal. It's just saying, again, work on these exercises that you've asked for. Once you get good at pull-ups, body weight, start adding weight. Then a body weight pull-up feels like nothing. Again, same sort of thing. Work on your press, whether that's even your normal stuff like a bench press. You get the bar down to your chest. At the top of a muscle up, the bar's at your chest. You have to get from there. Work on your pushes, your pulls. Your transition, learn to kip or find your own way to kip. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. If you want to do a strict one, you just have to get better at muscle ups. You got to get a keeping one first, I'd say. What else did I say? That's probably it. Make sure you warm up before you do it.
Lots of shoulder warming up.
Yeah. You get to a point where you can just jump up and do a muscle up. Awesome. But at first, you don't want to do it. You're going to hurt yourself. Well, there's the potential to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just got to keep working on your pull-ups. I think, I've been watching Scott's Instagram a lot. He's working on pull-ups. He's working on dips. Then, assisted muscle-ups. Use a band or something like that. Use that thing to just get through your movement. Jumping into your muscle-up, so you're underneath the bar, maybe stand on a little box depending on the height of the bar. Jump into that transition, so you've got the pull to there, then turn into that transition.
I think another way, that I've forgotten, starting the movement from the top is always a helping hand as well. Using a bit of momentum, kipping from the bottom, so starting from the top, letting yourself down as soon as you're at the bottom with that momentum straight back up. Another way to learn them. I'm not personally a fan of that, but some people do it.
Yeah, definitely. And even, again, breaking down your pull-ups into negatives. So you might just do that negative pull-up. If your pull-ups aren't that good, you can do a pull-up, you might do 3 sets of 3, and then you're fucked. Add in another 3 sets of 3, just negatives. So you can't be able to pull, you'll be able to control yourself down.
Yeah.
You'll get better at pull-ups. You can do the same thing with dips. I don't do that sort of thing with dips a lot, but it does work, I'd say. That's pretty much that question. Hopefully that answered it, Scott. Keep working. The last one's an anonymous one. They asked not to be named. The question was just, what's my opinion of eating just one meal a day? That's the question. You can take it, however. I'm going to take it as in turn of trying to put on weight or lose weight, or lose fat, put on muscle. My personal opinion for the average Joe, which most of the people I train are, we're just sort of all sorts of people. I think personally your results, you're not going to see a difference whether you have 2,400 calories on a perfect macro split, eaten in one big meal for lunch because that works for you, or split into 8 meals throughout the day. Again, for the average person. I think if you hit the same amount of calories, the same amount of macros, so your proteins, your fats, your carbs, you get all the other good stuff in. I think the weight on the scale is going to do the same thing. The amount of fat you have in whatever spots, I think, is going to do the same thing. If I was to be training someone for a bodybuilding competition or a more serious athlete, or even a semi-serious athlete, I'd probably look at doing it different. Why would you want to eat all your food in one meal? I don't know. I don't know if I could eat all my food in one meal. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't like to do it. I don't think by memory I've ever recommended it. But in saying that, if someone's only got time to eat one meal a day, shit, do it.
That's the only option.
Yeah, you've got no other choice. Other than that, if you're doing it for whatever other reason, I don't know. Maybe give me your reason that you might be thinking about it, or why you've thought about it. But I think yes, you can do it. Do I think it's the best way? No, because it just would suck. What do you think?
I personally definitely couldn't imagine eating 3,000 to 3,500 calories in one meal. Feeling great for the next hour. How am I going to eat that much food in a healthy meal? How am I going to feel an hour after that? Probably not very good. And then I guess 3 hours later when I'm hungry again, how am I going to feel then? As Dylan was saying, you probably, science says you probably won't notice a difference in results wise. I just don't think, unless you're having your meal, say first thing in the morning, I don't know when to time your meals, but I know for a fact that I need to eat before I train. I'm not, especially if I'm training well. If I'm having one meal in the morning and then expecting to train 8 hours later,
performance will be down.
Good luck with that. Also, I don't know if people get grumpy, that kind of thing, when they haven't eaten. I know I do. It might be nice for 2 hours after the day, but if I'm hungry, I mean, it just wouldn't be comfortable for me personally. There is a lot of information out there on the internet, books, that kind of thing, that say eating in a specific window, one meal, can help and is good. But again, there's a lot of information on the other side that says you should. So us as personal trainers can only really take what we've learned, our opinions, that kind of thing, and share them with you. And if that's really what you want to do, give it a go. See how you go. And, but if it works, it works.
Then you're laughing. And then we can say that we were right.
Yes, exactly. Or we can always change.
Exactly.
We can always edit our opinions if it doesn't work.
Oh shit, in a year if they do it and it doesn't work, and then someone asks me, I go, it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I try not to swear this sometimes.
That's twice.
Really?
3 times possibly.
One thing I was going to say as well, I don't know if it'd be attainable. I don't know if you could do that forever. I mean, shit, I haven't looked into it, I've never tried it, I'm not going to try it. You try it.
Not me.
No, you try it, tell me how you go. If you can keep up with it, well done.
Actually, one other thing on that is thinking about it. Again, some studies in this kind of thing that I've looked into say that it doesn't, but I can just see that having some sort of damage on your metabolism, that kind of thing. I'm not qualified to really go too far into that, but I mean, it just...
You've seen enough shit happen.
Exactly. There's heaps of ways to damage your metabolism. I just see that as one. I don't know.
I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if I've said that. I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Cool. So we said we got a few questions. It was literally a few. That's all the questions. We're gonna try and make these videos a little bit different from now on. So we've done a few Q&As. Instead of doing single questions, single answers, very direct, we're gonna go on just a big a ramble on specific topics. So a different topic each week, or how often we do them. The topic might be food in one meal. We just yap for 10 minutes on our opinions. I think we're going to try and get all the different PTs through in the videos, so you sort of get to meet a bit of everyone. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Anything else to say?
Nope.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Cheers, guys. Bye.